everybody. We got a couple people waiting in the waiting room. Well, I guess you're viewing now, but a few people. Finn unplugged his computer right after I started the video call. So hopefully he will be back momentarily, and then we will start the show.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
Don't tell me you never stuck your penis in a vacuum cleaner.
Hey, you got a boyfriend?
Bing, bang, boom. Talk about a river of ejaculate.
Yo.
It looks like he's here, just in time. Your audio does not seem great, but we'll see once we actually get into the show.
In what way is
now
it?
Now it's better. No, now it's great. Now it's great. I think it was just still connecting. The internet goblins were goblining.
Oh, the bastards.
Here there be gerblins. Hey, guess what time it is? It's time.
Please, let me know.
All right, I'll let you know. It's turtle time.
God damn. Farts! Good God damn! God damn farts!
I have a fart story to tell, but it's gotta wait. I gotta wait for the right time. Where am I sitting here? Oh God, Finn, you have some sort of machine. You are not even in the shot. Let me move you down. Ooh. Can you tilt? If you tilt your computer up, is it gonna unplug the power again? Oh, yeah. You're very big. You're a very big, large boy today. Okay, I think we're good.
Again,
It's good. It's good. You look great. You look like a lion, like a proud lion. Is that a thing?
Lannister lion.
Ooh, well, I don't know. Oh, we had 3 viewers. Somebody left already, so we must be doing.
It might have been me.
Oh, it might have been you. All right, let's pretend
and
it's you.
opened it.
Yeah. Well, everybody, guess what?
It's Friday.
Yay! Another Friday in an endless stream of days that run together, and we can barely tell the difference between in this thing that we call life. Now, you may have noticed that the theme of the show today is supposed to be being positive, and I've already fucked it up real bad.
Fuck that.
So, if you would like to call in, our call-in number is right down here. Please do so with something positive that happened to you or that you did, or even if it could just be something you've been thinking about to stave off negativity or whatnot. Oh, no wonder my lighting's all screwed up. That one light's pointed like that way.
Oh. Yeah, I saw there's something going on there.
Whatever.
Something weird.
Kind of blue. Dabba-dee, dabba-dabba-die. What was that? I heard a weird sound.
Jeez, look at the butt on that.
All right, let's get rid of that. So, we're here. We did it. We're on this show. We did the show.
You done did the do. Oh, we're back to the fine beers, are
That's
we?
all I have. I didn't have time to go do anything good. Shut up.
Grumble, grumble.
So I ordered another bike trainer thing so Mrs. Doge and I could ride at like the same time if we wanted to, you know. And so we don't have to switch our bikes on and off every time.
Yeah.
And
Very cool.
and she has a 10-speed or 11-speed cassette, and I have she has a 10, or I think, and I have a 9, so it's like we couldn't use the same cassette, so I had to change the cassette every time. It was like a nightmare.
Work.
Yeah, but I got really good at it. I could change them really fast. But anyway, so I ordered another one, and it came, and I was very excited, and I opened it, and this is not a positive thing, by the way. I opened it and it was the wrong one, and I was pissed, and I tried to call them, and I called. I was on hold 45 minutes, 3 or 4 different times, nothing. And then
Which brand is it?
it doesn't matter. It wasn't the brand's fault.
Okay.
It was I was buying it from another provider that sells them.
But just out of curiosity.
Well, the one that I ordered was a Wahoo kicker, like an expensive one. And the one that I got was also expensive, but like $400 cheaper. It was just totally, the packing slip said the right thing and everything. They just put the wrong fucking thing in the box and put the packing slip on it that said Wahoo kicker, and they sent me an Elite Sweeto, which is like the one that we have, which is fine. And for Mrs. Doge, it's good because she's like smaller. But like I was like, when I sprint or whatever, I literally lift my bike off the ground one day and it like rocks back and forth like way too much.
Oh, are you doing wheelies?
Yeah, accidentally. Yeah, I'm doing actual virtual wheelies.
Fantastic.
No, I literally like picked my bike, came up off the ground. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" Almost fell off. So then finally they called me back. I sent them an email. And I said, "You better call me back, or I'm gonna call my good friend, Bill Clinton, and he's gonna touch your butt without permission."
Globalist.
Yeah, he's not my friend.
Associate.
Yeah, he's my professional associate. I help him procure pizza. No. So they called me, and the guy was so flustered. He said, "Oh, so you wanted an Elite Sweeto and you got a kicker, and we'll take that back." I'm like, "No, it's the opposite. No." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And I could tell he was really flustered because I really wanted to like yell at somebody, but I was like, "This guy it's not his fault."
Probably was, but
yeah, he was the guy who packed the box somehow.
Yeah, he's just playing the role.
No, it's a big company that has like a distribution center and stuff. It wasn't Amazon. And so he's like, "Well, look for an email. We'll send you an email." He's like, "I don't know if we have the one." That's the other thing. As soon as I got the wrong one, I checked their site to see if they had the right one in stock. They didn't. It was out of stock. So I was like, "Oh, great." So I probably won't even be able to get it. So I'm checking my email. This was like Monday that this all went down. Nothing all week. Then this morning, or not morning, but almost midday, I get an email from UPS because I'm signed up for like their alerts. And so anytime something's coming to my house from UPS, I get emails directly from them. And they're like, "Hey, there's a thing coming to you from this company." And I'm like, "What?" They didn't even tell me anything. I was like, if they send me another wrong trainer, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't know. I might storm the Capitol building. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's easy.
In
So
the cards,
apparently,
yeah, just walk in. The gate's open.
Apparently their windows are made out of like sugar glass that you would make for for a gingerbread house. You just throw a little pebble at it. It's just, so it got here. I see the UPS truck. I'm on the phone with my dad, actually, and I was telling him this very story. I'm like, if they send me the wrong one again. So I'm like, stay on the phone, and I open it up, and it's the right one. And I set it up real quick, and I'm like, I'm gonna, take like a break from work and like ride for a little bit, and then get a shower, and then finish up work and do the show. I don't know if you could tell how greasy my beard is and that I'm wearing a hat, but that never happened because work was like, hey, you got to do stuff. Speaking of,
I just want to ride my bicycle.
I want to ride my copyright claim.
Well, if you still got that other trainer, just mail it.
I know, right? I did. I told my dad because I was on the phone with him, and he was talking right before this all, the UPS truck showed up. He was like, I need something. He liked going to the gym. And he's like, I'm not going to the gym now, not for a while anyway. And I was like, if they never send me a label to send this back, I'll just you can just have it. Yeah. I'll teach you how to set it up, and we'll put your bike on it, and you can do that. And we can ride together or whatever. And he's like, okay. So that was cool that got worked out. So that was a negative that ended up being not necessarily positive, but just not as negative anymore. And maybe positive if I got a free trainer out of it.
Yeah, who knows? Let's see where this goes. But
honestly,
anyway,
dude,
that was the high point of your year. I can,
Yeah, the high point of my entire year. 2020 included, not just 2021 so far. No, that's just what was on my mind. I mean, there's lots of other stuff on my mind, but I'm trying to stop thinking about that.
Could
butts, mainly it's just different butts. Big butts, little butts. Yeah.
Butts. Normal butts.
Normal butts. I guess there is a nominal butt, a middle of the road butt. If you put a butt in the middle of the road, that's a middle of the road butt.
Yeah.
But I think I should just take the blue filter off of this. I think it fell down. I'm using little filters on these lights I got to kind of change how bright they are and add just a little bit of color dimension to them. And I think the blue one is too blue. Or if I just turn and face the camera more, it's a little bit better. It's still blue, but then I don't have a weird shadow.
Can you confirm if my eyes are actually open? I'm not quite sure because I've just slept a couple of hours.
You look slightly like a character from the movie Half Baked, but yes, they are mainly open.
Yeah, all right. Haven't seen the movie, but
it's about people that do drugs. Oh, right. It's about people that bake drugs.
Bake drugs. That's how they're made, I believe.
Yes, it's a sophisticated scientific process. Anything come to mind? Did you even look at the thing? Ooh? What the theme was before we got on the show?
Think of some positive things. From
so you didn't. You're just reading it, and I told you earlier.
If you dare.
Oh well, that's in the comments.
Type them in here or call later. Okay, I'll try to call later.
All right. Yeah. If you think of it, call in, Finn, co-host of this show.
Yeah. But I think March was pretty great, and I liked February too. But the rest of the year's kind of been a.
What? Oh well. So March. You're talking about when was the meetup?
March.
That was in March?
March, yeah.
Very, very early March?
Yeah, I got home. It was 11th or 12th of March or something like that. Okay,
we must have had our big meeting later in March then. And that was right before everything shut down. Because we had our big, meeting, and then we had a virtual meeting online because of coronavirus, and then everybody got sent home. I think it was everybody was sent home before we did that meeting to work from home. It was crazy. That's coming up on a year that I'll be working from home every day.
Awesome.
Did I tell you that like I feel like yeah, no, like when I get like nervous when I leave my house
Yeah.
because I like never leave my house. I don't get like
Yeah.
I don't feel nervous, but I get like physical, symptoms of nerves. Like when you get like you start getting like kind of sweaty, and like you're like
Yeah.
I'll look at my watch and be like, oh, it's 27 degrees out. That's cold, so I'll put on a warm coat, and then I get in the car and I'm driving and I'm like sweating profusely. I'm like unzipping this coat. I'm like, oh, why am I so hot? And I was like, I think my body is like doing the thing like when you go to a job interview or something or a new situation or a stressful situation. It's like you may not mentally feel stressed, but your body is like, this isn't
You're
normal.
kind of adapted just being inside and
Yeah.
by your own and
Yeah,
stuff
I'm
like that.
alone most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just me and Pickles. Yeah, and like when I go, I forget what I was doing. It was something, like not, it wasn't going to the grocery store or, it was when I went to the bank. Like I had to go to the bank like, for something because I couldn't do it online.
Yeah. I'm
I
not
was just-
robbing this place now. I'm not robbing this place now.
That's I was
Don't do it.
I was so bored. I was like, I should just rob this place. Sorry, I'm just moving my lights around to just try different things. Oh, that was too much, I think. Whatever. Who gives a
Yeah,
shit?
that's a little bit too much.
We need less
Ooh.
light. No one
Have
wants
you
to see
tried
this.
the zero carb Michelob, whatever? How is that pronounced?
Michelob?
Michelob Ultras.
Michelob. So they're
Michelob.
non-alcoholic?
No, there's alcohol in them.
Then they have carbs.
No, zero carbs.
No, that's impossible. Because your
No,
body
there-
turns alcohol into sugar.
That's what it says. I don't make the rules.
I believe it's bullshit and it can't possibly be real. And no, I haven't tried it. And I probably
Okay.
won't. Like the lowest amount of carbs. Oh, I guess this has 2.6 carbs, whatever that means. But if it has alcohol in it, I guess you don't have to count that as carbohydrates. But your body, when processing alcohol, turns it to sugar. Like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? It breaks it. It does the opposite of when it's fermented. Anyway,
That's
No,
what it said.
I haven't
I was
tried it.
interested. Yeah.
it's interesting. Sure, it's probably fine. I don't know. This is fine. It tastes kind of like grass,
Grass.
but like in a good way. Like a weedy, malty, corny grass.
It's
What-
like
what is
fresh
this brewed
cut
with?
grass.
Yeah. Fresh
Grass.
cut grass. That smells awesome. Let's see. Does it even say? Yeah, that's the other fucked up thing. They don't have to put ingredients like on beer, on like alcohol products in the United States. I don't know.
Oh, that's just pretty weird.
Yeah, because like all other food products, it has like a thing with breakdown with like vitamin C. It has to have all the ingredients listed in the order of their like the amount. So
Yeah.
the most prominent thing is listed first, and then it has like carbs and fat and saturated fat and all the vitamins and minerals. Alcohol, they're like, I mean, it's bad for you anyway, so why do you even care? Something like that. I don't know. So Gil Truth is eating $50 of Chinese food all by himself and drinking a 22-ounce of Miller High Life from a champagne-shaped bottle, about as positive as it gets. Did I get you that, Gus? That bottle of High Life? I swear I got you a big... That's probably long gone. That was probably from like last... I forget when I swear I got you. I know I got you for your bachelor party like a giant bottle of Heineken. They had like New Year's bottles of... I did not get that for him. Of Heineken.
Negative.
And they were on sale like after New Year's. So his bachelor party was coming up. So I was like, oh, this is great. It's like $6 for like a Heineken this like bigger than my head.
Ooh, so that's huge.
It's giant. I couldn't even carry it. Sorry, that's
Barrel.
because it's bigger than my ego.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you got those beer and champagne bottles and apparently just the good stuff.
yeah, just Miller High Life. Back in the High Life copyright claim. I'm not. Somebody's got to save me. Come on, somebody call in and save my ass. Save my tiny ass.
Save my butt.
My butt is as small as my head is big. So, so I always said I'm an inverse square law of head to butt ratio. It's like you take the inverse square of my head size, and that's my butt size. So it's like itty bitty butt.
It's like perfect balance.
Yeah, right. If you want to, like, if you could balance a watermelon on a chopstick. It's like that. Which you could do. I think if you stuck the chopstick into the watermelon a little bit, it'd be easier. Right? Because it would be, like, more structurally stable. You just, like, gargle wine. That's how you're supposed to. You're supposed to take it. You're supposed to do that, aerate it,
Yeah.
then spit.
I've got Madican wine, so I'm
Oh.
guessing this should be like gargled down.
You should probably just cut it with water or put ice cubes in it.
Yeah.
What is it? Just what kind of Zinfandel is it? Does it just say Zinfandel? What color is it? It's red, right?
Red wine.
Okay. Well, because there's white Zinfandel and there's red Zinfandel. I think
Can't
there's also
do
like
white wine.
you can't do white wine.
No.
Why is it? Why is that?
Bad experiences.
All right, we got a call. Hey, you're on the phone. Think about what you've done. Oh, no, this isn't working.
Are you guys ready
You
for
go.
a Real Truth fucking movie corner?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah. Hit me with your best shot. We need Guilt Truth movie corner
One
music.
more time.
Yeah, where's my drop?
I don't know if that's appropriate, but it was
Yeah, that works perfectly.
it was at hand. All right, hit it.
Working Girl.
Working Girl.
Have you seen it? It's got Melanie Griffith. It's from the 80s, late
Okay.
80s, maybe early 90s. Actually, maybe early 90s. Harrison Ford and Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver is her boss.
I haven't seen it. So she works at
and
it. She's
she
not a
is
working
girl.
She is a
Girl who
working
works.
girl. Which is she
Oh,
a
she's a working
quote?
girl
Does she work on a
She's
corner
not
or in
a-
an office?
Not a.
in an office.
Okay, that's
She
what I
is,
was wondering.
like right underneath, like she works with Sigourney Weaver, who's like the head honcho.
Yeah.
She comes up with this great idea, and Sigourney Weaver kind of writes it off as her own.
Oh,
but she
what?
and then-
What?
Yeah, but then she goes skiing.
Terrible
And
idea.
breaks her leg in like Italy or something in the Alps.
Sigourney
She's
Weaver?
stuck over there. hmm
Okay.
So while she's stuck over there, Griffith makes all her moves and like ends up hooking up with
All the right
and
moves.
teaming up with and hooking up with.
Oh, so she
very
she
charming,
sleeps her way to the
Harrison
top.
Oh, it is like it does not pass the
Bechdel
whatever
test?
Bechdel.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a chance.
There's
But
like two women that have
Melanie
speaking
Griffith-
roles, but
And Harrison Ford, fantastic.
now when Melanie Griffith and Harrison Ford kiss, does it look like he's trying to mash the front of his skull through the front of her skull?
It's not quite as like
Violent?
Blade Runner-y as you might think. But
There are a
probably.
lot of
I don't really
movies.
remember.
I hate watching him kiss in movies.
Yeah, he's a weird kisser.
It's terrible.
Let's see. I watched The American President for the first time, which is a
The American President.
Is that a sequel to American Gangster?
It's got
I don't know that one.
Michael Douglas in it, and the mom.
So a
from
sexual thriller.
Every Michael Douglas
it's
movie is
like
a sexual thriller
It's
for
like-
me.
It's a rom-com. It's a presidential rom-com.
I was sexually thrilled by it, Gus. Okay, don't judge. No, I haven't seen it. What?
That's,
How?
Ron Howard? Not Ron Howard. Who's the guy that wears the hat and he acts a lot
Michael
more
Moore?
now?
Yeah. Fucking.
Big guy.
Yes.
Big gut.
Dom DeLuise. Yeah, the guy. Rob
He did,
Reiner.
fucking Princess Bra. Yeah. That's
Rob
Rob
Reiner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do get how you would confuse him with Ron Howard, though. Like, you wouldn't confuse
They kind of
him.
make the same movies.
But yes, the movies,
No.
yes.
Yeah. They kind of shot the same way. We're like classic, simple.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. Working Girl. At one point during that movie, I did say, "Is this my new favorite movie?" to my wife, and
she said
laughed.
no.
And
Gus,
I wasn't
no.
lying though. I was fucking loving it.
I'll have to check it out.
It's not good, but it's great.
It's streaming.
let's see.
It's streaming somewhere, I assume.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I watched Charlie Wilson's War for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and Tom Hanks and Philip Seymour Hoffman are great and all, but ultimately, I don't know. It's sort of like I don't know. It's so weird.
It is weird. It's just it seems like we talked about it briefly, but it feels like it's like propaganda.
That an American President was like back to back, like a day apart. I'm like, Alex, we're being like indoctrinated.
Right.
What the fuck's going on?
It's just like look how loose and fun and cool these politicians are while doing borderline war crimes.
And Charlie Wilson's War, they're like, I hate the Russians as much as you, and then like they're like give the Afghani people like Stinger missiles and shit to shoot down helicopters.
Yeah, and create the Taliban. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how it ends. Spoiler alert, that's how it ends, where it's sort of like, he's like, okay, well, we helped them to like basically push back the Russian forces. Now we need to like give them roads and infrastructure and schools and shit. And the government's like, fuck you, buddy.
No thanks.
So, and it came out, I think, around that time.
And everyone knows the famous line from Tom Hanks after he finds out that they're not going to do any of that. He says,
"At least I'm not sleeping with a murderer."
You know, so that's, and then the movie credits.
I'm pretty sure there's another line in there.
Well, when he wakes up in a hot tub and he's like,
I must have drank me about 15 Dr. Peppers.
That's the one.
Imagine if that you just put Forrest Gump in Charlie Wilson's War. The whole thing. Everyone else asks
every single clip of and like green screen in Forrest Gump clips. Like
yes.
All the shit.
Oh my god! I think I just found my new passion project.
We rewatched. So those are all new to me. Not like I'd never actually seen them in their entirety. Yeah. Rewatched. I hadn't seen Fargo in a long time. We're completely running out of like things to watch. If you guys have any suggestions, you two or all of the millions of followers listening in, hype them up.
You and Finn are the two people watching. I think my dad might be watching. Did you see, I think it was a limited series called Unbelievable?
Negative.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's that about?
It's a true story about this girl, and
the title wouldn't make it seem to be.
It's unbelievable. Dun, 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 dun,
that's the song.
That's the theme song. Yeah. No, it's about rape. It's about a rapist, so it's not as lighthearted as that. But Toni Collette's in it. She's good. I don't know. This is one of those things where I started watching it and I was like, well, what the fuck happened? It's a good treatise on just like it's a treatise on the American criminal justice system without actually making any big salient points. Trying to think what else is. Oh, I watched that Tom
Gil's
Clooney
movie corner. You son of a bitch!
You said you want to know shit.
No, that's after I tell you about my rewatching of Fargo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was really good again.
Yep. It's good every time.
It, you know what I did? I would say I think I appreciated it the most this time around.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. Funny looking.
Then we kind of went on a spree of the fucking brothers. What are the goddamn assholes' names?
Wachowski?
No, that's the
Sisters?
Matrix.
The brothers?
The two brothers that made Fargo and
Oh, Coen brothers.
Coen, yeah.
I thought you were just some
I'm so
other
good
brothers.
with names. I'm a big name guy.
You're a
and
big
I
name
just
guy.
watched Nobody's Fool. Have you seen that one?
I have not.
Oh man, it's on Prime right now. Paul Newman,
Okay.
Melanie Griffith. She.
I think I saw that
Full
when
Frontal.
I was I was browsing the other day. And I think I saw that.
It's good.
It's good.
Really bad score. You're gonna hate the score, and it's gonna make you go, "I don't want to watch this movie." But
I don't think about the score as much as you do. Not half as much. Like when it's bad, I don't think about it at all. When it's
Right.
good, then I notice it. But mostly, I just push it. I think actual songs in movies, I've noticed way more than the score. Unless, sometimes the score does not fit the the scene. That I notice for sure.
Right. Or if it's just too much.
Yeah, like they're
much
pushing some sort of emotion that is not supported by what's going on.
Talk about zero score. Fucking No Country for Old Men.
No Crunchy for Old Man.
Yeah.
No, I
There's
remember
a little bit of score at the beginning.
Yeah.
And there are moments where there are a tone.
Yes,
You know what I
just
mean?
like a droning
little
sound.
something, but it's almost more of white noisy
Almost like
sound effect than it is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not very musical. Atonal. No, because we went to see. I might have seen that with you at Tinseltown.
Yeah, I did see that in Tinseltown with
like a bunch of people.
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was
it with my brother and family, and these fucking old women in front of us were like, "There's a dog. What's that dog doing there?
The dog must be important."
Shut the fuck up, you dumb fuck! God, that makes me so mad. I'm so mad right now. I'm supposed to be being positive.
Well, that's like
movie corner.
Yeah, when we went to see The Fountain at the Dollar Theater, there were teenagers there just to fuck around and make out.
Right.
And I screamed at them.
Right. That's you really need to dial in on that one.
Yeah, you can't just casually watch The Fountain. Or No Country for Old Men for that reason. Or There Will Be Blood, which came out the same year.
Well, I would say
which had
that
a lot
No
of score.
Country, the first hour is would even make somebody most people shut up and pay attention because it's so compelling and non-stop. Although it is kind of slower paced, it's still compelling as hell.
Well, yeah, there's not a lot of dialogue, which I think makes, I don't know, it made me really focus in and be like, okay, what are they trying to say? What am I supposed to be paying attention to? It's me, I'm Finn, I just woke up from a
That
nap.
movie and Fargo in particular are shot, Fargo's shot so fucking simply. It's not a beautiful movie. And I know that's the fucking point with how they're also treating the people and how they are and stuff as deplorables.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean though?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And No Country is just it's a little bit more technical than that, but it's still pretty simple. But
Well, it's very flat. It's not as flat as Ferris Bueller's Day Off or something, but it's pretty damn flat.
He's it's right. Ferris Bueller sometimes is almost like a Wes Anderson movie.
Right. Well, that Tak Fujimoto, the cinematographer on Ferris Bueller, is like that's his like whole thing. Is like minimalism in a way, you know.
But Ferris Bueller looks fucking incredible. It's one of those movies you don't even like necessarily think that, oh my god, this movie's shot like fucking. It looks great.
Right. Well, it's like taking a photograph of a
quality, all of
building.
it.
You know, you think about taking a photograph of a building, and if you just stick your phone up and you take a picture, it's like all the lines they converge weird and stuff, and you know, and if you're trying to really square or center something, how hard that is. And when like you know Tak Fujimoto or Wes Anderson and his team do stuff like that, like it's so hard to make stuff like perfectly centered or perfectly aligned or you know perfectly symmetrical. It's like really hard.
I believe it. I just think it kind of to this point, but like how hard it is to make things look cinematic.
Yeah.
In their entirety, like when it, like case in point, like watch any fucking person's film from like college, like you know, like a film class thing. It's like, oh my god, this is awful. And then you get to like even just from that level to like soap opera. Soap opera is basically Citizen Kane comparatively.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then from
well,
soap opera
speak for
to,
yourself.
like,
My
sitcom
college
and then-
shit was pretty fucking perfect. All those puppet musicals.
Has Finn seen any of that?
I've seen it.
Yeah, I think he has. We didn't watch it together. You just watched it on YouTube or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. He never said anything about it, so
I did.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kidding. It was fun to make. It's just crazy to think that we made 45-minute long puppet musical about puppets on drugs and stuff.
And I appreciated the Lord of the Rings scene.
Oh yes, the Lord of the Rings in the bed where everyone's coming in and it's all blown out. It's Sam.
We rewatched those, but my wife was like, I want to watch Harry Potter. And I was like, well, if we're going to watch all these movies, you have to watch the Lord of the Rings movies
Yeah.
next. So when HBO, I don't own any of them, so I don't have the extended versions, and HBO has the, you know, theatrical ones.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that works. I haven't seen these in a while. They kind of suck. They just take out so much shit that sort of makes it as
The theatrical
what it
versions
is.
compared to the director's extended edition. Yeah, I kind of
whenever
agree.
they're at the like black gates and they open up and this like crazy like delegator guy comes out.
Yes.
And
yeah,
that's not in there.
That's not in the theatrical version at all. Yeah, with this like crazy weird mouth and shit.
When Sam rescues Frodo from like the orcs.
Yeah.
And then they get in orc armor and they're like going across Mordor.
Yeah, that's not like none of that's in the theatrical one, right?
None of that's in there. They
Right.
just get in the orc armor and then they're like at the base of Mount Doom. It's
Yeah.
all of the buildup and the things that sort of maybe didn't help that Alex doesn't like those movies and was like kind of shitting on them the entire time.
I mean, there are a lot of things that if you wanted to be critical of, you could be like, oh, well, that's dumb. Oh, there's a truck in the background in that shot.
It was like leading, like her negativity plus like just my literal like
plus the size of my head and the inverse square of my butt.
Whenever they're like the Rohan people are encamped at like on this mountain, it's where they always camp before a war or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Which then they're just is stupid. I don't even know what that like. What only wars? Okay, logistically, but like the logistics of the mountain are like this crazy. They have like hundreds of thousands of soldiers up on this cliff, and there's this little like one-lane horse pathway that zigzags to get up there. Like,
yeah, it's perfect. It's
that
great
took them like
for
5 days just to get up there,
right?
And then set up their tents, and then
Right.
whenever they have to leave, I don't know. I get visually it kind of is interesting or cool or whatever, but it's
it was
was
probably
taking
one of
me out
those
of it.
details in a book, which like in a book kind of works because it's like, whoa, isn't this crazy and nuts? And you imagine it and it's so crazy. But then like when you show it, you're like, wait, this is dumb. They're like They could just like blow up the path and they'd be stuck there.
Yeah, because like the only road out of there is to the dead people that would kill you if you didn't have the sword of kingy people.
The fucking sword of Gondor, man. So what? You got anything else in Gil's old movie corner there?
That's about it that I can think of. Highest recommendation is Working Girl, and I was actually trying to find. That's when I sent you the song Working Girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, what about 9 to 5?
But that's not from that movie. That's from 9 to
that's
5.
from 9 to 5. Yeah.
But the song from Working Girl it opens up with it and it ends with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not on Spotify. It's like on Spotify, but it's black, like grayed out, like you can't.
Right. Yeah. They're in
and
arbitration
I'll
with
just
the
check out
label
this
or something.
Working Girl song from Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
And I was just, like having the best time of my life. But whatever the opening song, it's so good.
Well, I'm sure it's on
To
YouTube.
Working
I'll have
Girl.
to check it out.
Yeah, I'll link it to you. All right, that's all I got. Bye bye.
We don't go. I hung up on him.
Oh, bad boy.
Well,
Well, bad boy.
I like movies. You like movies?
Nah,
Yeah, same.
not that into
I
it.
was lying.
I watched the Before trilogy, all three in a row.
The Before trilogy? What's the Before trilogy?
Before the Sunset and Before Midnight and Before
Oh,
Ethan Hawke and
I don't think I've seen any of those.
French woman.
Are they any good?
Well, yeah, very
Are they
minimalistic.
better
simple.
than the Lord of the Rings?
Sure. I mean, well acted, and that's kind of the whole thing about it. It's just about the two chatting and spending an evening.
I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch that anytime soon. I'm not Northern European enough to get through 3 of those back to back to back. I think it's
You
just
don't have to watch them all in a row. You're good.
Okay, that's a good point. Maybe I'll space them out. I'll set calendar reminders like 3 months apart.
Right. Yeah, you got the whole year.
Mm-hmm. I need something to take up some of this time. I mean, geez.
Have you watched Soul?
Don't tell Mrs. Doge, but yes.
Okay, I won't.
She just wasn't in the mood for it. And well, Pixar movies generally like make us both like cry like little babies. And that one didn't for me as much. It made me like, emotional, but not like not like up. Oh yeah,
it's from the beginning thing. It's just...
Yeah, Pixar was like, "Hey, do you think we can make everyone cry until they need to drink a gallon of water in the first 7 minutes?" And like, no way.
How fast can we make a person cry?
How fast can we make a person not cry, but sob uncontrollably to the point where there's snot just running into their mouth and they don't even notice? They're just on the ground in the fetal position, like, oh, humanity is so true. Why? Love is beautiful. Yeah. Or Toy Story 3. Is it Toy Story 3? Where they're all holding hands going down in the trash thing into the incinerator.
Devastating.
That wrecked me. Just
Or Matthew McConaughey sitting.
I was Matthew McConaughey
and watching videos.
Yeah, I was Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar. No, they just CG'd his features onto footage of me crying during Toy Story 3. They're like, NSA, give me the sloppiest, wettest, snottiest cry you've captured via webcam or phone. Shit. Just started getting political. Anyway.
Have
Pickles.
you still... Oh, pickles. Come here, boy.
He's working his way through all the boxes and stuff in my basement to his Dookie bowl. So he might come visit after that.
Drop a turd.
Dropping a turd. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Still, have you got around to watching Tenet?
No, it just became rentable. You had to buy it up until like this week. So no,
okay.
maybe this weekend.
Cool.
Did you? What's the George Clooney movie where he's like sick and
I started watching it.
Something
Turn it
midnight
off.
or whatever.
Yeah, Midnight Sky or
Midnight.
something.
Yeah, you didn't like it?
Well, I can't really say, but
it wasn't compelling.
Where they put all the CGI on the table when the female character was standing in the field somewhere and was like, maybe I'm not just in the mood for this, and turn it off and watch something else.
I don't even remember that.
Okay, it's like in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Okay. Maybe I was playing with pickles or something. It did take a while to get going. It did take a while to kind of get into which I like a movie that doesn't hold your hand and give you a ton of exposition and everything, but they need to organically like draw you in and reveal things about what's happening in a way that's paced well. Like it can be slow. Like it doesn't have to be fast. But if it doesn't feel like natural, then yeah, it's easy for me to be like, I'm done.
Yeah. Sometimes I just can't concentrate on the movie, whatever it was, and it's not good for anyone for me to keep watching it. So
yeah,
I'm gonna end up disliking the movie, and it's a waste of my time, and I probably don't see the movie in the right way, and unfairly judge it because of that. That Clooney flick is supposed to suck, no?
I don't know. I thought it was fine. Like, it wasn't, like, good. But, I mean, like, in terms of, like, a lot of the Netflix originals and stuff that aren't, like, big properties, or, you know what I mean? Like, by a big-name director or something. What was the other thing I wanted to bring up? I watched that Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Reynolds is a billionaire who like fakes his own death and creates a team of crime fighters. I can't remember what it's called. It's
Underground Six?
Yes.
Or,
yes.
Is that okay?
That is it. I think it's
but a Netflix movie.
It's so nuts. It's like if you crossed like a Fast and the Furious movie with like what's the Wachowski brothers the thing, the Speed Racer. Okay, so you cross Fast and the Furious with Speed Racer and then like something
make a movie
else.
Reference that I know.
Oh, you've never seen Speed Racer?
No.
It's insane.
Can you replace that with another movie?
There is no other movie like Speed Racer. There is not. There really isn't. Like, you need to watch Speed Racer, if only to just be like, what did I just watch?
Is that like pre or post Matrix?
Post Matrix. They were basically like unbound. They were like, let's just get rid of all the rules of filmmaking and do whatever we want with computer generated effects and transitions. Like, there aren't like any cuts in that movie. Like, there are, but like there's so much. It's just like going da, 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 da. It's just going like CG transition. Like, the background is all crazy neon colors, and then it's this, and then there's a guy like pops up in the corner, and it's insane. Like,
I've never heard of that movie. No.
I know people that love it just because it is so insane. Like, there's so much planning and effort and work that went into it. Like, I do not like it. It's too much. It makes me uncomfortable. But if I was like 10 years younger or 15 years younger, it might be like my jam. Not necessarily
Okay.
because of age, but
2008. Okay.
yeah, it was way ahead of its time. Let's just put it that way. It came out and people were like, I can't watch this. Like, there's too much going on too fast.
Susan Sarandon.
Yes.
Wow.
Maybe we should do this. We should do a feature reaction speed racer.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but that would be a fun one to do. Because it's like you're not going to be bored. Like, even if you hate it, you're not going to be bored. Let's see.
2 hours and 15 minutes with no cuts. And I guess
Is it on Netflix?
you feel like you're doing drugs.
Yeah, you probably do.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not.
Well, I'm
It's
into
gotta be
it. No problem.
Somewhere to watch it. I don't know. I'm going to have to buy it?
God damn. Farts.
I don't want to buy Speed Racer. It looks like you would have to. I mean, yeah, but I'm going to have to buy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Oh, hi, Mark.
Well, did you have anything specific about February and March that you wanted to talk about, or just you'd like February and March from last year?
Well, yeah, generally, I do like February. But, yeah, I had my 30th birthday in February, middle of February, and
Nice.
that was pretty awesome. And then the meetup in March, which was fine, I guess. And then
It was fun.
and the rest of the year, which was
Yeah, the meetup, other than the meeting up with people, was
Yeah.
pretty bad. Other
I like
than
getting drunk.
Yeah.
Getting drunk. Yeah.
that part was fun. The games sucked, and then you went to a game post meetup, which was the only one that they didn't lose. So
That was the only game I enjoyed.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I had to go to goddamn New Jersey to
Right.
get a
Yeah.
win.
That's sad. It's very sad. Did you had to go to New Jersey to see them win?
I mean the turnpike was very cool.
You go through some tunnels. The New Jersey Turnpike or the PA Turnpike? PA
I don't
Turnpike's
know what
way
I'm talking
better.
about. It was just a long road. We drove for hours and hours, and then we were at the arena. I don't know.
Oh,
what
to
happened.
get from SSG's to Newark?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably New Jersey Turnpike.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Mr. State Trooper,
Hey ho, rock and roll.
copyright claim.
Deliver me from Noah.
I like that album. That's a good one.
Which one's that?
Nebraska? What? Oh, that was a quiz. Like you weren't sure. It'd be really funny if I said, "Man, I love that album," and you were like, "Where's that?" I was like, "I don't know." The one that it's on. I don't know. Like you could definitely stump me with Springsteen trivia, even just songs, which album it's on. Like I could
Born in the USA.
that song "Darkness in the Edge of Town."
Cool. That's correct.
Like Born in the USA, Darkness on the Edge of Town, Nebraska. I could probably get pretty much every song on those. But like The River, I mean, basically any other album, I would be like, oh, fuck. Especially anyone like made after Born in the USA. I would be very fucked.
Well, I mean, if you could listen to the track, you could tell, like.
That's true. That would help.
Like Tunnel of Love or The River, they
Yeah.
sound very.
Yeah, I forget which album. Who was talking? There was someone talking about the production on one of those Springsteen albums and how they like ruined it. I think it was Elvis Costello. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
What was it about?
He was just saying that they like that, Bruce and the E Street Band sound so good, and I forget which album it was. I think is it Darkness on the Edge of Town? I
don't know.
gotta Google it now.
I mean, the only album like the sound I don't like really is The River.
Yeah, maybe it was The River.
It sounds so flat or something. I don't know how to put it into words, but
album badly produced. Maybe it was The River. I think it was relatively recently. Oh wait, Steve Albini. He says Elvis Costello. Hey.
Steve Albini. Who's he?
Oh, you don't know Steve Albini? He's a producer and engineer. Has his own studio in Chicago. He worked with Nirvana, and he's worked with a bunch of grunge artists, heavier artists, stuff like that.
Nickelback, yeah.
Yeah. Nickelback, yeah. Pickleback. Pickle Rickleback.
Pickles.
Pickle Rickleback.
Did Pickles drop the turd already?
Oh, he was talking about okay, yes. No, this is what he says. Okay, Albini might be the second worst producer of a great record after Jimmy Iovine, who totally fucked up Bruce Springsteen's Darkness on the Edge of Town. It sounds like Bruce is in a fucking shoebox full of tissue paper.
I mean, it sounds awesome.
I kind of agree a little bit about Darkness on the Edge of Town. That's the thing. Darkness on the Edge of Town, the songs are so good that like the lackluster production doesn't really matter. They're mixed well. I think that's the technical thing. There is the difference between the production and the mixing. They're mixed as well as they can possibly be, but I think those songs could sound better. It's still a great record, but he was saying that like Steve Albini ruined like PJ Harvey's album "Rid of Me."
Don't know that one.
Yeah, I'm not a huge PJ Harvey fan. I saw her live, but she was opening for U2.
What type of stuff is PJ Harvey?
I don't know what I would call it. It's kind of like alternative.
Can you sing it?
I don't. I can't remember a single PJ Harvey song. I know a couple of them. Like I would recognize them, but I never really listened to her much. And then wait, no, yeah, never mind. No, go ahead.
No, I didn't really have anything to say. But really, Darkness on the Edge of Town. Okay. I think like the whole sound of the album just kind of suits the music.
The content. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't.
And I can't really comment on like technical stuff because I don't know anything about anything.
Well, and people have different preconceived notions of how stuff should sound or how stuff should be, right? Like if you think about Bob Dylan, right? If you go through his discography, there's stuff that sounds fucking terrible, but like it kind of makes sense and it kind of works, right? And there's other stuff that's like pristine, audiophile, like every detail captured perfectly. And and that works too. It's all just about utilizing, So when it comes down to that, a lot of it is personal, but the Bruce and the band could make such a big sound that if it's not a big sound, you're kind of like, well, I get it. The material's kind of dark and it's supposed to be more like kind of claustrophobic and, mysterious, but like the band like really like big and sparkly sounding.
Have you seen the documentary of making it?
Making Darkness on the Edge of Town?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't. What's
like
it called?
They're just in this like I don't really know, but I remember. But it's on the like the Darkness on the Edge of Town, the box set.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just playing in a living room, and
I think you told me
they
about
rented. I'm sure I have. I don't have many friends to talk about Bruce too. So.
I love that album. The Promise, the making of Darkness on the Edge of Town. It's you can rent it on YouTube apparently. Or it's just on YouTube? Let's see.
Probably both
Let's just
ways.
watch the whole thing right now. Okay, buy or rent.
Okay.
No, that album's really good. Like the songs.
Oh, and I like the songs that were cut from the album, like
Yeah.
The Promise. That's like one of my favorite songs. Like that's just as crazy how much good music you can write and just leave it on the floor. It's maddening.
Yeah, it's like the exact opposite of me.
Yeah, because I can't write a single good song and still leave them on the floor.
Yeah, I never finish. All the songs I write are bad, and I never finish them.
Wow.
Sorry, I made you have a small wine shower.
There goes the neighborhood. Yeah.
All right. Well, we were vaguely positive occasionally, so that's pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. I'm not
a positive person overall, but I'm not also like cynical. But
You're a realist
in a way, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I like to keep that little glimmer of hope.
Yeah, I'm what you would call bipolar. Like undiagnosed, self-inflicted. So not to diminish people with actual bipolar disorder, but I have undiagnosed self-inflicted bipolar disorder. There are times where I am just like, and then there are other times.
Oh, darkness, my old friend.
Basically, like where I haven't showered since I can't remember the last time I showered. That's why. That's why I wanted to take a virtual bike ride and take a shower. But now I've had a couple beers and it's not appealing to me anymore. Yeah. Fuck it.
7 more days easily.
I can't smell or taste anything right now anyway, so what's the point?
Yeah. Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
Breathing.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
Too many people I know have COVID right now. It sucks.
Oh, wow.
I mean, most people I know don't. So it's positivity. We did it.
I don't know a single person here that has had it. Like person I've met or known.
Really? Not a single one?
No, not that I can think of now.
Well, that's
we
great.
haven't had any at work or anything, so.
That's how incredibly bad we've been at dealing with this over here, apparently. Unless you just know such a small amount of people.
I don't know anyone.
Yeah, okay, that's also possible.
And I work at home.
Yeah. And also I quit my job. And also I disown my family.
Yeah.
All right, Brody. Brody? What's up, Brody?
Cool, Bro Buffet.
Bro Buffet. Oh, bro on down to Brobotown. You remember George Carlin being the host of the Shining Time station with the trains, the talking trains? Isn't that nuts? I just thought about that. Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He was the conductor, or the engineer or whatever, and he would talk to talking trains on a kids show on PBS. Thomas the Tank Engine. You've heard of him?
Yes.
Yeah. Google it. The guy who did like the swear word diatribe was like a wholesome children's television show host for years.
Okay.
Anyway.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, got something.
That's something.
Tonight.
I'm sorry.
It's Friday.
All right. Well, we're gonna sign off. Thanks everybody, each of you 2 or 3 for tuning in, and
thanks you too.
Thank you two for tuning in. REM, Talking Heads. Thank you to Beethoven, Mozart, Paganini, Tchaikovsky, Chef Boyardee, Maruchan, and my friends, my fans, the t-shirts.
Pens?
The pens? McPens. Any penguins with Irish heritage, how about that? The McPens. We need to make a NHL 2021 or 2020 team that's just all the Penguins players or AHL, affiliated players that are Irish. Call them the McPens. Let's see how good they are. Yeah. Oh, Mike Pence. No, fuck you, Mike Pence. Suck a dick. Yeah, go read your Bible. Like, read the part about loving your neighbor as yourself. Think about it. All right, guys. I love you. I love me. I love pickles.
Oh, it
All
is
right.
you, a Doge.
Yeah, and as always, I'm Doge. I'm Finn. And this has been a thing! Yay! See you guys. Have a great night. Have a good weekend, etc., etc.